Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adoptions from the Heart TV. I'm your host, Amanda Aliberti. We are excited to welcome back birth mother Morgan. Morgan previously has interviewed for AFTHtv, and we just wanted to do a check-in to see how she's doing now that it's been over a year, just seeing how life is today with her open adoption. So let's welcome Morgan.
Hi, Amanda. How are you doing?
Good. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to meet with us. We just wanted to check in and see how things are going. Can you remind our audience when your child was born and placed?
So Jonathan was born January 6th of 2024, and he is a year and 6 months now. I didn't know I was pregnant with him, so that was kind of shocking. But the journey now, looking back a year ago, it's definitely been a change.
And the family that you chose through open adoption, they're in what state?
They're in Virginia.
Okay, so they're in Virginia, you're in PA. Tell us a little bit about what your relationship looks like now that it's been over a year. What type of contact do you have with them?
So recently our contact just got very strong. We've been open on the 23 snaps a lot. I actually just saw him Sunday, so that was fun. Yeah, they got me a Stanley Cup, a beach towel, and beach bag. It was very nice. They got it for birth Mother's Day coming up. So we went to the Founding Farmers in King of Prussia. They were coming back from Connecticut, so they figured on the way back they would stop, and it was really nice. He's gotten big. He's walking now. We actually exchanged numbers. We were comfortable enough to do that for meeting events and stuff. And we still use 23 snaps, but it's nice to have that open communication. Like, it shows that they really want a strong connection. They really want a bond. And it's nice for me to know that I have that I can kind of just have that trust and check in now with them. So
well, and for folks who are listening in on this, it can be a little nerve-wracking in the beginning on both sides of whether or not you exchange phone numbers, because you really are getting to know each other. But it sounds like for you guys, you built up that trust to the point where you felt comfortable. It made life easier to just exchange phone numbers, and now you're able to connect directly, and that just makes life easier for visits and things moving forward.
Yeah, so they asked me, they were like, in your support, what I love about the family is they're very supportive of me. They're very involved with, okay, so in the support groups, what do you guys, they just ask, what are other birth mothers, how do they handle this situation, or what are the other families doing? And I said, well, a lot of them do email for communication. 23 snaps is pretty new. And I said, a lot of them have each other's phone numbers depending on comfortability. And my one friend that I tell them about all the time, I said, she actually does Zoom calls and stuff because her daughter's older. And they were like, well, if you're comfortable and you would like to, we would like, to exchange numbers this way. We don't have to go through the app when we meet at places, and it's a lot easier. So it was a big step, very nerve-wracking, because, you're kind of just like, oh my gosh, but it felt really nice. And it's hard. It's a new way of communication, because you don't want to overstep, but you don't want to understep. It's nice to know that we have that openness, and they're very understanding of me, and they're very understanding of I want to be there, but also I don't want to overstep my boundaries.
Well, and you're all still navigating that too, right? You're only a year out, and it takes time to figure out how much do I push, how much do I pull back, right? But I feel like you've always been so respectful, Morgan. From day one, you're very much about what they feel comfortable with. They're very much about what you feel comfortable with, which makes this easier, because I think you guys are just very genuine with each other. You mentioned the support group, which you've pretty much come to every month since you placed a year ago. Discuss the value that you've seen with the support group and how it's helped you in your journey through grief and loss.
It's been very helpful. It is nice being able to it's just nice having a group and a community of women and people who understand your feelings. And it's been nice to me, because certain things that I felt weren't okay to feel or say or do, or it was very nice to have a valid, it's okay to feel that way sometimes. It's okay to be sad one day and happy the next. And it's okay to just navigate through your feelings and feel your emotions, feel them accept them and just know that it's just nice having people that you could talk to that completely understand your mindset and the situation, and to get advice in that way, like how to navigate through this and how did you work with your family or how did this happen? And it's nice to see other people's stories.
Absolutely. And for those who don't know, Adoptions from the Heart runs a monthly virtual support group for women who are either expecting and potentially considering adoption, have placed a child for adoption. So if you are interested, you can join a group at the comfort of your own home. You can jump on a call from your phone. You can connect with other women who have been in your shoes. So definitely reach out to your local office and we can connect you with that group. I know for you, Morgan, you've also built like real friendships out of that group. Like you have a fellow birth mom that you speak to regularly about her journey and you've kind of used each other along the way. What does that mean for you to have connected with people who have now what you call your friends?
It's been nice having a group of friends that, understand the situation, and it's nice having like that friendship. And it's great because like we talk every day, and if I'm feeling something or she's feeling something, we have each other's like outlet. And we actually planned to do 5K together, but unfortunately they messed up my weekends at work, so I had to work that Saturday. I wasn't able to get out of it, unfortunately. I tried everything. We were like, we felt bad, but she's like, it's okay. Like, and we both kept telling each other, it's okay, it happens, we have lives, and it just, that's how it is. But it's nice to just reach out to that person when I like a certain day, I'm like, is this okay to feel this way? Or, hey, this just happened. And, I have her to be able to have an outlet. Like I have that support, and I have somebody to share these moments with who has been through these moments and who has had these experience. And it's just nice having that support.
You had mentioned the 5K fundraiser that Adoptions from the Heart recently had been a part of. You've actually participated in a lot of events since you've placed. What has it been for you to have that platform of like doing more with your story? And not that all birth parents want to share their story or be involved, but for you, you really have taken an active role in some advocacy projects here at the agency. What has that meant for you?
Honestly, for me, it's my way of giving back. It's my way of coping. It's my way of showing the positives in a situation. And it's my way of, I almost chose closed adoption. And if it was not for you, if it was not for Christian, if it was not for the agency, if it was not for my friends, I want somebody else to have that option. Like I want them everybody has fears about this. There's fears and there's anxiety and there's emotions that you didn't even know you had. But at the end of the day, I really value being able to share my story and being like, look at the positives that it can cause and look what it can do. And it's just nice that if somebody has that fear and then they just happen to hear my story or happen to hear one of the other ladies' stories or just happen to see the true picture, it really helps somebody go, okay, I can help somebody make that decision for themselves, because you never know what it's going to look like in 5 years. And that was my biggest thing is, okay, right now in this moment, that's not what I want, but what if in 5 years? What if things change? What if life goes this way? And then I want to know, but now I can't. I don't have that option. And at least with this, there's still options. There's still time. I still have plenty of, I can go forward with this a lot better. So.
Well, we're happy to see that you're doing well. We appreciate the check-in, Morgan. Anyone out there, if you are interested in connecting with someone like Morgan or just wanting to be a part of this community, please feel free to reach out. We can connect you. It's always important that you have people to lean on during this time. Well, Morgan, I'm sure we're going to see you again. We'll do another check-in with you later on. But again, thanks so much for participating, continuing to share your story, and we're happy to hear that things are going well in your open adoption.
Thank you. And I really appreciate it. And I always love checking in and sharing my story and being a supportive person for somebody who needs it. So,
well, thank you guys so much. Continue to tune in to future episodes here at Adoptions from the Heart TV.